Good morning, guys. David here with another cryptocurrency update. First off, I want to start out with my shout outs from yesterday's commenters. Computer Dr. Ethan, Breaking Toast, President Vincent Wilson II, Larry Cashgold, Stephen Rathwell, Manolo Manigera, Jamarj Lopez, Borislav Stolikov, Sarah, Sho N, Sativa Shiva, Mohammed Shafi, Kiwi X, Woodrow Winchester, and Young Jizzle. Thank you guys all for your comments. The interaction on this channel is really good for the level that we're at and will only grow as the channel grows. So really thank you guys. Do you guys think that Coinbase has lost its pizzazz? Meaning when it made the announcement that they were going to be listing potentially at any given moment these 30 new altcoins and then burying the second highest altcoin in that list, which is XRP, just burying it. A lot of the YouTubers are coming out right now and saying that the sustainability or the actuality that there's going to be a pump and a hold from any announcement or release that Coinbase makes at this point is not going to happen. Everyone's saying that Coinbase has basically died as far as being like the king of news or pumps, okay? I have to tell you guys, I'm on the other end of this argument, okay? Because everyone and their mother is doubting Coinbase, okay? I honestly believe as a Coinbase user, you know, if I was to want to buy Bitcoin today, I would be buying it through Coinbase, okay? As a user of Coinbase and a believer in the technology and the exchanges themselves, I honestly believe many people are waiting for Coinbase specifically to release XRP onto their platform. Not only do I believe that there's going to be a pump in the volume, because all of these major players that have only wanted to participate on Coinbase's platform will instantaneously have access. But all of us, okay, all of us who used Coinbase as an intermediary to get our crypto from one place to another to give us access to our XRP, we are possibly waiting for Coinbase as a top-tier American exchange with coverages and policies and a team in place. We're possibly waiting for them to come online just so that we can send our XRP back to America, okay? Because right now, a lot of us, I would imagine, have our XRP either on our nanos or on exchanges that are not fully licensed in the United States, which in the end could end up being a problem as far as legalities. And yes, if you think the government can't prevent us from getting access to a site like Binance, I think that you are mistaken. Okay, so Coinbase is really the easiest and the fastest exchange, okay? You sign on, get your credit card information or get your debit card information, bank information on there, and within a day or half a day or a couple of days, depending on your verifications for your accounts and stuff, you could pretty much have access to the top, minus XRP, the top tier cryptocurrencies, to buying, to selling, to holding, to actually putting your sold cryptocurrency back into your fiat dollar. It's not a tether on Coinbase. They actually put it back into dollar, okay? So it's almost like a secondary savings account that you can hold on your Coinbase that is actual dollar, not attached to the dollar or tethered to the dollar, okay? So if I was to think really long and hard about this, I believe that there is XRP all over the world right now that is just waiting for Coinbase to turn on, and I think it's going to come flying into San Francisco or into Palo Alto or Silicon Valley. And as soon as that happens, volume, price, usage, access, all of that is going to XRPLODE. It's going to be XRP, and it's going to happen, okay? So once this move happens, honestly, the cage is going to be open, literally. You know, volume, fiat pairing, everything, USD Bank. And with that part of the conversation said, that we could be actually standing in front of an opportunity where there could be an extreme advancement, not only in the valuation of XRP or the cryptocurrency space, but just as far as usage and adoption. The initiation of XRP and or other altcoins onto Coinbase's platform could be so huge for the space. I mean, seriously, it's going to be giving a lot of American investors that don't want to play around with Binance's or that don't want to try and understand Gemini, you know, they're going to just have instantaneous ease of access. Almost that white glove service that Tony from Thinking Crypto is talking about. You know, he says a lot of these guys aren't going to get in until it's white gloved, until it's literally handed to them on a silver platter, okay, or on a crypto platter. But the next stage of this conversation, I was doing a little bit of reading yesterday, because I remember when I started in my investing, there was this big kerfuffle around whether or not you could travel with precious metal. Okay, like if you could take 50 ounces of gold on a plane with you and just claim it as the USD Gold Eagle at $50 each. You know, or if you would have to claim it as the precious metal value content. And then we started to getting into the fact that if you're going to travel anywhere on an airplane with more than $10,000 in cash, not only cash, but monetary instruments, okay, meaning an item or an artwork or a technology or something that you're traveling with is valued at more than $10,000, you must report that as money that you're transporting, that you have a possibility of being taxed on that cash that you're going to be. There's a FinCEN form that you have to fill out. This is going to be so interesting because let's see if I can get to this here. Okay, the section is going to be considered traveling with your cryptocurrencies. And yes, I'm going to qualify Nano and Trezor and paper wallets and Coinbase, okay? Because when you travel by air, you must declare all cash and monetary instruments over 10,000 USD, okay? And failure to do so could result in confiscation and jail time. Understand this, right? If you're traveling with your Nano and your Nano has $9,000 worth of Bitcoin on it, you're fine. But the question is, what if Bitcoin pumps while you're in the air? And what if once you land in that foreign country or the place that you're traveling to, Bitcoin is worth 12,000 or 15,000, okay? Will that change the fact that you didn't tell them that you had an asset that was possibly going to be worth more? Or when you land, are you going to have a problem on the other end? Are you going to have to report it then? You got to be really careful, and we have to start to do research into United States financial code, because there's a lot of things buried in these codes that could possibly take advantage of some people that are not in the know, right? So if it is illegal for us to travel with a Nano with $100,000 worth of crypto on it, if that is illegal, and if you get caught with it, that they could confiscate it, that is a huge liability. And so we should start to seek out answers to these questions as we move forward in this market of whether or not the United States government and the financial surveyors and presidents and owners are going to prevent us, the people, from actually transferring our value with us. Because if you wanted to take $100,000 in cash on an airplane with you, you would have to declare it and most likely pay taxes or show where that money came from and why that money is legal and maybe what you're using that money for on the other end. Or if you wanted to take 500 silver coins with you on an airplane, you would probably have to pay taxes on those silver coins if the valuation of those coins was more than $10,000 or gold, okay? So that's something that we really need answers to, because the first person to experience that is going to create a firestorm of information and news and FUD. So we need to get in front of that before that explodes out in front of us also, okay? And another thing I was looking at yesterday was an interview going on from somebody in Venezuela. Now, Venezuela, as I've told you before, having major economic issues with their currency, their economy. They're trying to enact, the petro crypto, which the government is going to try to force the people to use. I mean, it's a sketchy environment in Venezuela right now. But cryptocurrency is there. Cryptocurrency is functioning. Bitcoin miners are online now, right? So as the price of Bitcoin sinks, right, the question is, more miners are coming offline, less miners are remaining online. What does that do for the remaining miners that stay online? Now, in a country like Venezuela, where the government, in some cases, for the citizens, subsidizes electricity costs, with less miners online, the algorithm and the potential that your computer in Venezuela is going to crack that Bitcoin code and receive that BTC is a higher likelihood. Okay, so the more miners that fall off, the easier it is to mine the Bitcoin. A lot of people talk about the cost to mine a Bitcoin. The cost to mine a Bitcoin, that only has relevancy if you're in a country that charges you up the wazoo for your electricity. Okay, so it's possible that in a place like Venezuela, and they're not getting charged up the wazoo to run their mining, that one single person in a single house in a poverty-ridden part of Venezuela or in an affluent part could actually mine Bitcoin extremely cost effectively, therefore keeping the market fluid and liquid and going and oiled up as we are in this downtrend. Okay, so subsidized Venezuelan energy could literally be a thing, even though Venezuela is not known for doing things that are going to be positive on the other side, not towards its own people at least. So that is that's pretty interesting to think that with the more miners that go off, the easier it is to mine the Bitcoin. Okay, so as you start to see in China, people are burning their ASICs, and there's, full junk fields of, destroyed graphics cards and miners that have gone offline. There's a good turnover on graphics cards, meaning they're producing new ones and coming out with new technology all of the time. Okay, so companies that are big into mining and that are believing in that aspect of the industry, I believe, are continuously updating their systems. Therefore, the older systems that are not performing as well or mining as fast or acquiring as much Bitcoin or computing enough of the equations, they're just taking those offline, and they're bringing in the newer mining systems to stay ahead of the curve. If you're a miner, please definitely comment down below. I'd be curious to know exactly what it is that you're going through in regards to your cost. Are you noticing a cost per Bitcoin to mine? And are you in a country that subsidizes your energy, or are you in a country that charges you a lot of money for your energy? And again, for our conversation earlier, do you believe that Coinbase is going to be a catalyst or a drawback to the cryptocurrency space growing when and if it decides to start actually playing ball with not only us, the investors who have already got in, utilized their service, and then had to transfer out to give ourselves access to all these other altcoins? Or do you believe that, tell me what you believe. Start the conversation down below. I really do appreciate all of the comments that we've been getting, the subscribers, and if you guys are sharing these videos, I really do appreciate it, and I hope you guys have an extremely blessed day, and we will see you in the next episode.